What's going on, everybody? It's the Hook Cam coming at you with a little bit of a film breakdown. I got to be honest with you guys. I miss football. I miss football. I need it injected into my veins. I'm having trouble sleeping at night. Can't do a lot with my life because I need football. I need training camp. I need hard knocks. So I decided to go back, take a look at a couple of the postseason games, break down some film just for a little bit of fun. Trying to have fun here. That's all. Okay, so here we go. We got Patriots in the red zone. They're on the Chargers' 14-yard line. Coming out in 21 personnel, we got Gronk right here. And just off the bat, what the Patriots are doing here is they're giving the Chargers a dead side, right? Now, the dead side is when a cornerback doesn't have a receiver on his side, and a lot of defenses won't flip him to play this receiver on the other side because he then becomes corner number two. And when you're corner number two, it ends up affecting a lot of the rules that you have depending on what coverage it is. So they just keep him on this side. They're going to man him up with Gronk. He's the eligible receiver down here. He's the biggest threat. You got Melvin Ingram head up on top of him. Okay, and defensively, you have a double eagle front, right? You got your 2-3 techs right here. You got your nose tackle who's shaded, and then you got your two edge defenders, right? Two backers in the box. Okay. Now with this, it's a lead draw. Okay, this is Patriots' second touchdown of the game. The quick pump from Brady right there. What that's going to do is it's going to freeze these defensive backs and freeze these linebackers. It gives Gronk the chance to kind of simulate that cross route that you like to see New England run with a lot of their run actions. Okay, he's going to come and he's going to pick this linebacker right here, and it's going to end up dedicating two guys to Gronk defensively, right? You got Casey Hayward, who's going to be manned up, and you're going to have this backer who ends up getting blocked by Gronk right there. Now, the second backer in the box is the responsibility of James Devlin, who's going to come out here and basically ISO this backer, hence the lead draw part of it, right? Great vision from Sony Michel to hit this B gap. We'll get into why he does that in a second. And we're off to the races, just trying to get to that edge, get to that pylon, score us points, okay? Now diving into this thing from the end zone view, which we'll see right here, okay? So off the pump, right? We're freezing these backs, freezing the backers. And offensive line-wise, this is where these guys, I think, do a pretty good job. Right now, this play isn't a spectacular play by any means. We'll get into those later. But really, the guy that I want to point out in this is Marcus Cannon. He's probably got the toughest blocking assignment on this as he's trying to face Melvin Ingram here, who's rushing upfield. And what Marcus Cannon does is he slow plays this thing, right? He's going to keep his feet just planted in this ground. Let this cat think that he's going to have an edge here. Force him to the outside because that's not where we're trying to run the rock. We're trying to get this thing right in the A gap right here, which we'll see ends up not where that's not where this thing ends up hitting, right? So off the bat, Melvin Ingram's coming upfield. He's not going to have a chance on this play. Shaq Mason here, this is where this play ends up getting a little muddy because his guy who was in a 3-tech, right, ends up being on the outside shade of him, cuts across his face here, which is one of the worst things that could happen to you when you're trying to block this draw play. He does a great job recovering, though, getting low, keeping his hips in front, and letting his back make him right. Sony Michel takes this thing to the right, and we're good for 6. Okay, but just going back over this thing, Joe Thuney, Trent Brown just trying to wall off. Okay, making this lane right here in that A gap. Again, not where it ends up hitting. James Devlin isolating here. David Andrews, who's kind of one of the unsung heroes, I think, of this Patriots team, does a great job of walling off that nose tackle. Let him go, man. Let him go where he wants to on plays like this because your back is going to make you right. Draw plays that end up working out this well, they're not always going to hit where they're designed to hit. Sometimes they're going to pop out into different gaps. Great ball carrier vision from 26 here. Outstanding job of seeing this B gap. Yeah, it's obviously when we're looking at it on film, it looks great. But when things are flying at 1,000 miles an hour, it's going to be a lot muddier. So he does a great job of popping this thing to the outside, beating a guy to the pylon and scoring 6. Big drive for New England here as the Chargers are coming off a deep ball, tying this thing up, 14-7 New England. All right, folks, diving into play 2 of this film breakdown. We're going to have, again, 21 personnel as we've got Gronk split out wide, still a tight end, so we're calling it 21 personnel. We got James White, Rex Burkhead in the backfield, and this is going to end up being a slip screen to the left side of the field. 1st and 10, a nice, easy throw for 12. It's a drive starter, and a couple of things I want to watch off the snap, all right? We got Trent Brown up here going up against Joey Bosa, one of the best in the league, doesn't need an introduction. We all know what he's capable of. Now, with this screenplay, a lot like the draws, you want to influence him upfield. But what happens here is Joey Bosa does a great job of redirecting his rush and getting to the inside of this. Now, Trent Brown does a good job of slowing him down. James White also does his job of getting out into this flat for an easy ball for Brady to complete. Okay? Now, the other thing that I really want to focus on here is David Andrews. Again, one of the unsung heroes, I believe, of the Patriots, taking this defender who doesn't want to break with him, right? Now, a lot of times when you're running screen as an offensive lineman, you want to influence this dude, shed him, and get rid of him, especially when it's a split screen with your interior 3 linemen. Okay, James White catches the ball. David Andrews not freaking out. A lot of times linemen will freak out. They try and stutter step. They try and do things they shouldn't. Your back's going to make you right. Let the dude who's more of an athlete than you make the decisions on the play. He's just going to drive him to the sideline. Great job. Now, the second guy I want to take a look at, Joe Thuney, I believe I mentioned earlier. This cut block is awesome by him. Look at him, taking him out, really taking 2 guys out, right? Taking 2 guys out. Rex Burkhead, as I said earlier, is going to end up running a wheel on this if we look at it pre-snap. Okay, Rex Burkhead is going to run a wheel, right? And that looks like a wheel to the defense, but obviously offensively we know he's just out there really to block. Okay, good catch here. Joe Thuney with the cut block, taking out 2 guys. Shaq Mason doing a really good job of sealing this, right? And running upfield with 37 for an outstanding gain and a great drive starter for the Patriots. All right, diving into the third play of this film breakdown here. 5 guys that I want to point out. And I know there's only 11 on the field. Yes, 5 of them that I want to point out, okay? It's going to be the combo block between Gronk and Trent Brown here on Melvin Ingram up to this play side inside linebacker, okay? The second block is going to be between David Andrews and Joe Thuney from this 3 tech up to this Mike linebacker. And last but not least, it's going to be James Devlin who's kicking out on this cornerback. Now, something that needs to be noted with how New England is lining up, okay? Again, they're giving the Chargers this dead side here, forcing this corner to come in and play edge defender. Now, we're going to see here that he wants no part of James Devlin. No part at all. Okay, but really the more important blocks on this, right, is going to be this combo. And you'll see here as Gronk and Trent Brown blow up Melvin Ingram, right, one of the best in the league. Watch him on this. Off the snap, he's 4 or 5 yards. He's into the end zone. Into the end zone on this play. Goal line play. Big time play. Patriots are really highlighting that point of attack block, working those 2 cats into the end zone for 6. Rex Burkhead with an easy run here. Okay, going back to it so we can see. Watch how Gronk, this helmet right here, is going to pop off. And this combo really lets him, he works off and he's right in the lap of this linebacker. That's a great job, right? We know this linebacker is going to flow. We know he's going to see this action in the backfield. He's trying to get over, play B-gap responsible in this play. Gronk's right there to take him. He's got no shot at making this play. Okay, now the next thing, and the more important combo, I believe, and honestly the most important combo of this entire play, is between our left guard and center, Joe Thuney, and David Andrews, right? Now, we're comboing this 3 tech to this Mike linebacker. I cannot state enough how difficult this block is for a center. To get all the way a gap over, get your helmet play side on this, and seal this guy off, right? Watch him. He makes contact. His helmet's on the backside. Immediately, he's thinking, I got to get my helmet play side right now. Another thing, a great job by Joe Thuney here of helping out with this play, giving himself enough time to break off onto this Mike linebacker, and David Andrews using his helmet, getting it play side, finish this thing off with a pancake, and you can see how hyped he is on this play here. Great job right there, finishing the block. He gets up. He's punching the air because he's fired up here. Take a look back. Watch him right here. Hell yeah, brother. The Georgia man's fired up. We're all fired up. Big time play for the Patriots and just outstanding execution from both of those combos, working it into the end zone. And something that we saw throughout the entirety of the playoffs, right? Against the Chiefs, against the Rams, they love running this wide zone and short yardage and goal line situations, and they really mess with the Chargers formationally throughout this game, especially in those situations. All right, folks, getting into the 4th and final play of this breakdown. Pretty similar to the goal line play we saw the last time. It's going to end up being wide zone down here at Dwayne Allen's side. But just a couple of things I want to point out about how the Patriots formationally mess with the Chargers. Again, we're getting this dead side down here, but what we're going to see is Julian Edelman motion across the formation. That's going to pull 26 away. Okay, so we'll watch this off the bat. 26 down here playing that sort of edge defender, pull him away. Now, I think what we have here is a mess up from Derwin James, because he ends up coming down late to the party on this, down at the edge. James Devlin's going to end up working out and kicking out on him. He's essentially the edge defender to this play. Smart job by Dwayne Allen here, avoiding this, working in on Melvin Ingram, and then he's going to pop off right out to this backer who really over pursues this play and there's that little crease to get that first down. So just going back to it, the other guy that I want to highlight on this is Trent Brown. Big body. We all know how much of a mountain of a man he is. Seals this edge, works on Melvin Ingram, and then he again ends up blocking two guys with one here, just holding off that a backer just enough so we can pop off for this first down. So very similar to that scoring play that we saw last time, but that's going to do it for this film breakdown. Doing the whole YouTube thing, so like, subscribe. Let's get those numbers up, folks. I want to do more of these. All right, everybody, have a good one.